CEO boss lady in New York City. She runs a robotic process automation company. Romy is married to Jacob, a theater director, and they have 2 girls, whom I forgot their names. My bad. She's married, has kids, and a career most people would kill for. She must be so satisfied with her life.
I've never had an orgasm with you.
Shocker. One day on her way to work, Romy almost gets mauled by a random dog until Samuel, surprise, a hot intern at her company, stops and calms it down. Plot twist, he then signs up for her as his mentor in the company's mentorship program. Anyways, inside the company, Samuel makes her a coffee. Romy asks him how did he calm down that dog this morning, so he tells her that he gave it a cookie.
Why do you want one?
This is Esme, Romy's executive assistant. Just thought this is the best time to introduce her, but we're gonna come back to her later. Samuel attends a Christmas party held by the company on a Friday evening. Samuel, in particular, catches Romy's attention, and they exchange glances. While Romy takes a puff in the balcony, Samuel unexpectedly enters, and they have a conversation where he tells that he had picked her as his mentor.
I'm not a part of that program, so...
No, you are.
While Samuel dances, he deliberately loosens his tie and tosses it on the floor for Romy to then pick it up next morning. So after returning to her office, not being able to resist her inner desires, Romy holds Samuel's tie close to her and just keeps smelling and biting it. This scene reminds me so much of this scene from The Piano Teacher. Later, she heads to a salon and gets Botox treatments.
You look really weird, like a dead fish.
At first, it's all stolen glances in the office, awkward small talks at the elevator, and Romy doing her best to not fall into the piano teacher trap. But you can practically hear the sexual tension screaming through the office walls until they have their first private meeting.
You have 7 minutes.
So that meeting was supposed to be a mentorship session, but Samuel straight up propositions her. Romy immediately does the mature, responsible boss thing. She shuts him down.
A few moments later.
I guess we have seen this movie before, haven't we? One night, Romy wakes up and looks out the window to see her daughter, who already has a girlfriend, kissing another girl in the pool. The next morning, Romy asks if she still loves her girlfriend, Mary, to which her daughter replies that she does, but she's just having fun with the other girl from their neighborhood. Conflicted about the incident, Romy tries her best to completely ignore Samuel by attending her husband's theater plays,
Watching you in your natural habitat.
Last time you did that was 1997.
and spending more time with her family. Their affair only intensifies. One day, Romy shows up to a bar gathering with the company interns, and surprisingly, Samuel is there too. As Romy is discussing company stuff with her female interns, a waiter comes delivering her a glass of milk. Guess who sent it? That's right, Samuel. Ignoring her friend's objections about drinking it, Romy drinks the whole glass while keeping an intense eye contact with Samuel.
Good girl.
Back at her office, Romy finds a letter from Samuel with a location and time written on it. So Romy pulls up to this random hotel room, clearly already questioning all her life choices, and on top of that, she finds no one there, so she just sits on the bed and waits till Samuel arrived. At first, she starts panicking about abusing her power, but Samuel flips it, claiming he's the one in control.
You're very young. I don't want to hurt you.
I think I have power over you because I could make one call and you lose everything.
And Romy's like, wait a minute, that's kinda hot. Next thing you know is Romy crying from having an intense orgasm for the first time in years after the two have a sexual encounter, with Samuel taking on the role of the dominant partner. After that, the two keep meeting, sneaky linking at random hotel rooms, secret office hookups, more orgasms, more crying. But at the same time, she's a caring mother and spends quality time with her husband and girls. Samuel keeps pushing her limits. At one point, he crashes Romy and Jacob's country house uninvited, charming the whole family under the excuse of returning her laptop. Romy lashes out at Samuel and orders him to never show up at her home again.
I'm not gonna fire you.
Samuel then threatens to request a transfer to another department, but Romy objects, afraid it will raise questions about her involvement in his decision and may eventually expose their little secret affair. At night, Romy's stress continues to build, making her unable to sleep and taking it all out on her husband when he tries to be intimate with her. Desperate, Romy meets with Samuel.
I have 7 minutes.
She tries to convince him to continue their affair. Samuel agrees to keep the affair going only if she submits to him, which she eventually agrees to as well, and the forbidden fanfiction continues. Romy and Samuel meet up at a hotel again. Now that Romy is completely obedient to Samuel, he makes her lie on the ground and lick the milk from the plate. Unlike her husband, who's apparently very gentle with her, Samuel always understood Romy's needs and provided her with thrill she had always dreamed of. That day was Romy's daughter's birthday. Again, Samuel suddenly shows up uninvited, but this time he doesn't show up alone. Remember Romy's executive assistant Esme? Yeah, so turns out she's Samuel's girlfriend. Romy is totally understanding though. Since she's married herself, she doesn't get mad about it.
Why?
Esme shows up at Romy's house in the morning. She straight up informs Romy about her knowledge of her and Samuel's little affair.
You will never see Samuel again.
She was like, "Girl, I'm not judging, but you're literally one of the only high-ranking women here. Act right." Basically, she's begging Romy not to ruin everything for, a hot intern with cheekbones and a superiority complex. Basically, mediocre male validation. I mean, she's right, but my girl Romy just wanted to experience orgasm for once, maybe more. But anyways, after Esme leaves, Romy confesses to Jacob, but trying not to hurt his feelings. She tells him that it was only a one-night stand with a stranger. But it doesn't work though. Of course he gets mad. She tries to explain her sexual needs, but he is too distraught over her infidelity to even listen and kicks her out of the house. Things get messy. Romy starts losing her grip on her marriage, her career, her carefully curated image, and even her kids.
Worried about you.
One night, Samuel shows up at their country house. She tries to make him leave, but they spend the night together instead, and as they're talking, they get caught by Jacob. Samuel and Jacob start fighting.